I'm Captain Logan, and look, it's Jayson.
It's me!
Jason's gonna help me tonight doing another tier ranking video. And Jayson, what are we ranking tonight, sir?
We are ranking the Power Rangers suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From every series.
Yep, we're figuring out which ones suck and which ones don't.
Yeah. Yep. That's
and
the
which
whole idea.
ones are mediocre.
And some of these, I don't even right away know where I'm gonna rank them. Like, this is one of those things that I have opinions about the ones I have opinions about.
Yeah.
And then there's others that I'm kind of on.
Yeah.
You know, that I don't have a real strong feeling one way or another, but I guess I have to come up with something.
Yeah.
And I thought this would be the best Power Rangers thing to start with, because we can rank things for every show even if we don't know the shows very well.
Right.
And even if we've never seen them. You just look at a costume and go, that is neat, or that's kind of mediocre, or...
And I wonder if any of these, like, the show will affect it, like, if you've watched it, because, like, the problem, like, with Zeo, like, and we'll get into it, but those suits are kind of stupid.
Yeah,
but the show is really good.
But I have a lot of nostalgia for them.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with that show and I liked the overall aesthetic of it from growing up. Also, Gold Ranger is my favorite suit of all of Power Rangers,
Right.
but it's not one of the main five.
And it also was the only one that wasn't silly, pretty much.
Yeah, no, it's the most badass thing in Power Rangers.
Yeah.
If you ask me. There's a couple contenders. I mean, I love Green Ranger and White Ranger like the next person, but oh boy, that suit.
Yeah.
It's the cool. I mean, it and Zed are the main reasons I stayed a Power Rangers fan. So that is a big question before we get started. Let's kind of figure out our rules and our terms here.
Yeah.
Especially because we're going to have to compromise a little bit and come up with our ranking together.
Right.
Which we've never done. This is the first time I've done one of these with another person. And so one big question is we're not ranking specifically individual costumes. We're ranking the overall suits for each series,
For the
right?
team.
We could do another one at some point with Six Rangers.
Yeah.
But how much should we let the Six Rangers influence us in where to rank them in the tiers? Because they do count.
They do count.
At least for, well, I was going to say at least for the shows where they're actually made for that show. But since we're doing Power Rangers and not Sentai, I feel like if we're letting Six Rangers influence us at all, White Ranger still counts because they put him in that show. Right? Even though he was made for a different Sentai.
Yeah.
So... I don't know, do you want to try to ignore Six Rangers entirely and just go, here's the 5-man team or whatever it is, and forget green and white and gold and...
I'm not sure.
Titanium Ranger and, well, I mean, that's basically just a Red Ranger, slightly different, but you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, that's Quantum
Or
Ranger.
not, sorry, not Titanium Ranger, Quantum Ranger.
Titanium Ranger is like a Silver Ranger, kind of.
He's kind of a silver, yeah.
He's like
exactly.
beige.
But, yeah, do you want to think about them at all?
Maybe a little bit.
I feel like a little.
Gold Ranger. Like, I feel like you can't really put them in, like, D tier because Gold Ranger.
Yeah, that's kind of how
Right?
I want to think
Like,
about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I can go all the way to S tier because of Gold Ranger.
Yeah.
Or only because of Gold Ranger with that particular series. Welcome, everybody. If you're watching live, thanks for watching after the fact. If you're doing that, we're going to go ahead and get started on this. Here we go. So we have started with a template, like I've been doing with these. Somebody on tiermaker.com already put this list together, so why start from scratch, I say. But we did a couple of things to it. So we added 4 things right to the end. Ignore this last Wild Force, because for some reason this person put Wild Force in twice, and I can't figure out how to delete it. So, or did they, Jayson?
Yeah.
Isn't there another Wild? Yeah, here's a Wild Force, and there's a Wild Force, and I don't know why there's 2, but they're the same suits. So ignore that. But some folks were asking me at the beginning. Sorry, let me pop out the chat here so that we can see it. Somebody was asking at the beginning if we were going to include Hyperforce. We, in fact, did put Hyperforce in. We also included Cosmic Fury, which has different suits eventually in that show than the Dino Fury suits. And we put in, I guess I said we added 4. We added 3, didn't we?
We added...
We added 3 new things, I think.
We added 4 because we also added
Ninjetti.
Ninjetti.
We went ahead and threw the Ninjetti suits in from season 3 and sort of from the movie. But we also put the Omega suits from the comics in, which is I don't know, sort of a cheat because it's not a screen thing, but then Hyperforce technically isn't either because I mean
the suits weren't.
It's live action in the sense that it's people playing a role playing game in live action, but they're not actually physically wearing the suits, although that would have been pretty great.
Yeah. I don't. Well, and we also didn't put the movie suits in.
Oh, you know what? I was going to do that. I was going to put the 2017.
Oh, and the 2017 too. Because I was thinking 95. Which
should we jump in real quick and get that done?
Yeah.
I think maybe we should do that.
Because
everybody, bear with me.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
say? Nothing because it would affect the later of the video because it would be spoilers for what tier I would put both of those in.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Well, do you want to do the Mighty Morphin movie suits also?
Yeah, because they're not great.
Because, I mean, they're a variant on a suit that exists already, but then again, Megaforce is kind of that way too.
Yeah.
I guess sort of.
Not really. Like, the suits aren't.
Suits aren't, okay.
Cosmic Fury is, though.
Yeah. Give me just a second. Let me find where I put this. Okay, so there's that, and then we want the 95 ones. Everybody bear with us a second. I know that's loud. But this one will be fun because it's nice and... You really don't like those suits.
They look like action figures. Like, they themselves, like, the suits actually... look like.
But yeah, this will be fun because it's just nice and frivolous, right?
Yeah.
We're almost there, and then we'll get right into our ranking, folks. I hope everybody's having a great week. Jayson, tell everybody what we're kind of leading into for later in the week with this video.
Yeah, so Friday night... we're going to be watching through Cosmic Fury. Most of it for the first time. We've watched the first couple episodes, but we're saving up for then.
Yeah, so we're going to do that mostly as a blind commentary.
The 2017 will be before Ninja Steel. Before Ninja Steel.
Right here?
The one before it. Yeah.
Right there, okay. So the other thing that I kind of wish we'd done on camera, so we added a few things to this tier list, but I also had Jayson put them all in order because this person had them just completely randomized, and he did it in like 3 minutes, and it was completely shuffled. I mean, it was like a puzzle. It was a jigsaw puzzle, or like a timeline puzzle.
And I didn't have to look up anything.
Jayson looked up nothing, and I'm gonna assume that he got it all right because there's a couple of these that I don't exactly know the order. And he goes, "Dad, could you have done that?" And I'm like, "I would have had to look a couple things up, and it would have taken me longer." He knows his Power Rangers quite a bit better than I do at this point.
There's a Disney era with like middle of Disney era with like Mystic Force, Operation Overdrive, Jungle Fury. For a while I did not know the orders of those.
Yeah.
Like now it's pretty easy, but
Disney era trips me up a little bit, and Neo Saban, there's a couple that I know what they all are, but I gotta think about it.
Oh, the suits messed me up a bit because I always mix up Dino Fury and Ninja Steel, because I thought.
Well, I think with some of these. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh, did you mess it up?
No, I didn't.
Just the look on your face.
I actually didn't.
With some of these, I think we might want to bring up bigger pictures of the suits too.
Yeah.
If we don't know them super well, and I'll zoom in and out on this so you guys can see these images a little bit better. Okay, so we're gonna go with standard tier ranking for this one. I didn't give them any cool names or anything, and we start naturally with Mighty Morphin, of course. Jayson, I know that for some people, Mighty Morphin doesn't really deserve like the big iconic status that it has, and people think that it's over. The popularity of it is overblown, and they get really tired of it. But I think those suits had like 70 or 80% to do with the popularity of that show.
I think so too.
I don't know how you don't put Mighty Morphin in S tier. It's too iconic to me. It kind of remains. I I don't know. I want to say my absolute favorite suit, but I know there's going to be another one that'll pop in, and I'll go, and it'll be fighting me a little bit because I don't want to give anything away yet.
I think it's very 90s.
Even for Sentai?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's one of the more timeless suits.
I do.
Honestly, Thomas Lowe, we're not doing all the comic book suits because we're kind of doing like original teams. Mm-hmm. So we did go ahead, like I said a little bit ago, and put in the Omega suits
and Hyperforce.
But
that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah.
We didn't do like the pink suits or anything like that.
And there's some other original stuff here and there, but yeah. Eventually, if we do more of these ranking things, it would be fun to do like we said with 6 Rangers and then maybe some original stuff. Like I'd love to find some reason to put like the Lord Zed suit in there.
Yeah.
That Ranger suit and you know what, you talked about doing the silly Ninja Turtle ones.
Yeah.
We kind of forgot about that.
Well, I didn't. I kind of said that as a joke. But...
Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get rolling on this.
Yeah.
So, are you fighting me on S tier?
No, I'm actually not. I was trying to put between like S and A tier, but yeah, I think S tier is actually pretty good for that.
Professor Zoom, when did Cap change the name of the channel? Did I miss something? I did that 2 weeks ago to make it clearer that we are mostly live broadcasting these days, and so that if newer folks looking at the main channel don't realize that we're doing a lot of live content, it might entice them to click on the live tab.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're pretty much a streaming podcast these days. Okay, so this is a good one. Carl Max, you're not going to sing the theme songs? No, people hate it when I sing things. So I do that kind of minimally. No, we're not going to. Although we should rank that at some point.
The theme songs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would maybe require a little bit of homework because I might have to refresh myself on some of them. I don't know if I can get away. I can't really get away with playing them probably.
I honestly don't think I would need to do any homework for them.
It's because of Pellic, isn't it?
I mean, he's some of it, but like
just the sheer number of times.
The only ones that I would have any trouble with remembering is the Neo Saban ones, but they're all just different renditions of the original song, so like
Hayden Spring says you should rank villains separately. If you're referring to when I said I'd love to rank the Zed suit, I mean Lord Zed in the comics recently, spoiler alert, became a Power Ranger and has his own Power Ranger costume, and that's what I was talking about. I liked bringing this up, Jayson. Hayden Spring, I don't like lips on helmets for the most part. What is your feeling about that?
I think it's kind of iconic for the original Power Rangers.
I'm just so used to it. It's not a thing I even ever thought about until they started not having them all the time, or as often. But and then I go, oh, I guess sometimes it's cool to not have them, but I don't. Yeah. It doesn't really affect how I feel too much about it because it's like lips or no lips. It's just the whole package.
And I mean, there are some that are, and we'll talk about them obviously, but there are some that do still have lips that are some of my favorite suits, like Time Force and stuff.
Okay, well, let's start blowing through this, Jayson.
All right.
We're going to rank the Ninjetti suits next, which is kind of weird just going straight from Mighty Morphin to that and not looking at regular Ranger suits.
Yeah.
And it's a mid-morph suit, so it's you kind of have to think about it as a different kind of thing. Mm-hmm. They're just trying to look like sort of a traditional ninja costume, and that's another thing where my nostalgia probably really blinds me on that. But I love those suits, and I don't know how you feel about it, but I would have loved a whole season of just that. Like, I almost wish when they became ninjas, that was the suit they had.
I do too, honestly. I think it was cool to have them, like, have suits for when they fight the putties. Yeah. Like, I think that's cool to have, like, a different suit for when they fight the putties. Like, I think that's a good idea.
It's also really smart because then regular passers-by won't realize they're Power Rangers.
Right.
Because they can cover their faces, and then they're still keeping their identities.
And also, they can make it so that the actors don't have to fight them sometimes. Like, if they don't have...
That's true, but the nice thing about having the civilian mode is you get to see the actual actors proving that they know martial arts.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
say C tier, but I
was gonna say B.
Yeah, I think it's very like mid-range, like either B or C.
Okay, I'll compromise with you on this one.
Just because it's not really actually a ranger suit.
But that means you have to give me one later.
Well, yeah, I will.
So you gotta go one up for me later on. What about the 1995 movie suits? Wow. Okay, explain that.
Okay, so one, and I've had this, like, I haven't liked this since like the beginning. I never liked these suits.
Okay.
One, they look like action figures. Like the suits just look like action figures. Like they look like they have like the lines where you would like bend the thingies. And two, the Pink Ranger suit has the little thingy, like the little pink thingy or silver thingy going out here on the side of it.
Yeah.
And it looks terrible.
Is it that bad?
It's really I don't know why they did that.
So when I was a kid, I thought they looked really cool. That you had like actual armor, and you're right, they look very plastic, and you can kind of see where joints would go and that sort of thing. But it was a big deal, I guess, to have a thing that wasn't like just straight up spandex. But they haven't aged great. I'm with you. And DJ and I have had this conversation before. It really hurts them when you see them like off of the actors, and you see them in real life, not lit theatrically. But I would go D before F.
I'd say D. I'm gonna say D.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you feel about Alien Rangers?
Alien Rangers.
Let's look closer at these suits.
Ooh. I like the Alien Rangers. Okay, here's a question though.
Yeah.
Do you think they look like
Kamen Rider?
So do you think they look like alien suits, or do you think they more look like ninja suits? Because
it was a ninja season, wasn't it?
It was a ninja season in the Sentai.
They really just went with they really just picked a recent Sentai and said, these are aliens.
Yeah.
I mean, the Zeo suits look, or at least Gold Ranger looks more alien than these things.
Yeah, I think.
But I guess the whole did Egyptians build the pyramids thing help with, or I'm sorry, Egyptians did build a pyramid. Did space aliens build the pyramid?
Yeah, I think it actually. I actually like these. I don't know if I would put them as far.
But you don't think they look like alien suits? Is that the point you're making?
I'm kind of like I can't figure that out.
They don't necessarily immediately bring to mind a water planet. They're not really indicative of that.
Right. Yeah.
But again, that wasn't the concept with the Sentai. So yeah.
This was.
But just for design, where would you put them?
I would put them.
That's one where nostalgia blinds me too much. Like, that was my favorite season for a long time, and I just have a lot of fun memories of that. It's like I love the Equations, so I don't know what to do with those suits. I would probably put them in C. Myself.
I would put them in B.
Oh, you'd go even higher than that.
I wouldn't put them in A.
I could see some people saying they're just a little too bare bones, and I don't think I'm the biggest fan of just how big the ankle pieces are.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
How tall those are?
That's
a little silly.
Dang it!
And they're on
now
the
you're
arms
gonna make
too?
me look at that and be like, "What is that?"
Well, they look like socks. Like
they do.
I feel like if these were half the size, it'd be better.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take them off entirely though, because then it is too bare bones.
I do really like the gold though.
And I like the different shapes on the helmets.
Yeah.
The subtle difference in shapes. And that feels like it harkens back to Mighty Morphin a little bit.
Yeah, because it's not as crazy as Zeo.
Okay, let's keep going, shall we? So
Speaking of Zeo.
Zeo's next, and again, nostalgia blinders with this. I get why people don't like the look of those suits. But for me, it's like the whole package of the show. Like, I love that Megazord. I love Gold Ranger. So wherever we want to put it, I feel like it needs to go like one above that because Gold Ranger is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But how low would you go with that?
I would go C.
I'm comfortable with that.
I'm
comfortable. That's about what I was gonna say.
I don't like the helmets. And because I think they're kind of silly. But I actually do I like the belt. And and this was the first this is the first Power Ranger suit to have a Yellow Ranger with a skirt.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I didn't even realize that until
I
now.
guess I didn't either. You know, what do you think about the kind of intricate design on the kind of lapel area?
I think it looks cool.
I always really liked that.
Yeah.
And that has to do with the premise of that show because it was a virtual reality thing. So that was supposed to be like digital circuitry or something. The weird thing about it in the context of the series, of course, is that Gold Ranger came from a different planet, but he has iconography on his suit that's about the whole team.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he looks like he goes with them all.
Yeah.
And it's the exact opposite thing you had with White Ranger, where we're like, this is a Mighty Morphin suit, but it wasn't.
Right.
We went, this is not a Zeo suit, but it is.
And that's because what Mighty Morphin White is.
Well, Hayden is really on about the lips. I'm just used to the lips. I don't know. I've got no opinion about that, really. Jesse Surti is Cap. Has Jayson seen the Ninja Storm movie about... I don't know what the rest of this says. Sometimes he seems to have some typos in his comments. Sorry about that. I can't read all that, but there's a Ninja Storm movie, I guess. I don't know. So I guess not. I guess he has not seen that.
Turbo.
So the Turbo show, of course, is overall awful. The suits themselves, and really just the aesthetic of the Sentai is actually kind of cool.
I do
if you like cars, I guess.
The whole car thing. I like how they incorporate it into the suits. Because with Zeo, with shapes, it was just smacked out. We're going shapes. Like, that's true.
Okay. And DJ always likes to say it's preschool Power Rangers.
Yeah.
With Zeo.
With Turbo, the only thing I will criticize is the, lights on the helmet.
To make them look, the helmets look like cars?
Yeah.
I never really liked the shape in the middle. I don't know. To be honest with you, I get why it looks the way it does with that theme. And like I said, I don't know, it works with the whole aesthetic of that show, but the suits, apart from the rest of it, I've never really loved what they look like. People probably put them above Zeo. I personally wouldn't.
I think I would, but only by a little bit. I think we also put them C, but I'm not sure.
See, I want to go, well, yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair.
Because
I really am letting my opinions about the shows themselves kind of cloud me here. I'm having a really difficult time with that. Well, because the thing is, I look at the Turbo suits and I just think about what watching that show was like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard to get away from that. But we'll want the right Megazords at some point. But it doesn't have the best Megazord. So what I was trying to say a minute ago is, if you look at the Sentai footage, because I never actually watched that Sentai on its own.
I actually haven't either.
But there are some episodes of that show where the Sentai footage really takes over, and their action is amazing. And I start to get won over a little bit on the designs of stuff because of just how cool some of the action is. That's what I was getting at with that.
Okay.
But I never wanted those toys when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't,
yeah,
I didn't want to play with them.
And C, you can, C stands for cake, and you can have it and eat it too, and then you can either have it a little bit above Zeo or a little bit below Zeo.
Carl Maxey, if the suits aren't unique or have an original theme, then it's a fail.
Well, and also, I think they do the vehicle thing a lot better than Overdrive.
Do you?
Yeah.
Hayden Spring disagrees with you. He says headlights on helmets can look cool. I like it in Overdrive.
Yeah.
It is true.
I think the
that
helmet
Turbo is not even a movie, Thomas Lowe. It's true. Okay, let's talk about the spacesuits. Because some people feel like they are a little bit bare bones. That there's just not enough going on with them.
Yeah, I don't really get that. Like, maybe a little bit, but I'm not sure.
Do you have deep feelings about what these suits look like?
Only just that I like them. Like,
yeah. How do you feel about all the colors in the middle? Some people really don't like that.
So here's the thing: I like it in certain lighting, but the problem is in some lighting, like if you go to that one on the, like, sometimes like the yellow doesn't even look like it even is there.
They have a reflection problem.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I do really like the helmets.
I like bringing back the white gloves and boots.
Yeah.
A lot. And this wasn't by design, of course, because of the Sentai, but considering that it kind of more or less bookends the Mighty Morphin era, it is kind of cool that they were able to end out the Zordon era with suits that feel like they harken back to Mighty Morphin more than anything else they've done so far. And I guess I just say that because you've got the white on the hands and feet again.
Yeah.
But you also get rid of the lips, and people that hate that probably really appreciate finally getting away from the lips. Or did Turbo not have them?
I don't know if Turbo had it. I can't remember.
We just looked at the Turbo suits. Did they have them?
Yeah,
yes. They had them. Yeah.
Oh.
I love the helmets.
I love
Space
the helmets.
has maybe my second or third favorite helmet.
And here's what's kind of crazy about it. So the Sentai is based on like video games and virtual reality. And the suits...
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Earlier when I said that about Zeo, I was thinking about space, wasn't I?
Oh, yeah. No, Zeo is...
Apologies. I was thinking about that
shapes.
wrong. Then what's with all the circuitry that makes it seem like it should be video game themed?
Shapes.
Okay, it's geometric. Okay.
Yeah, that show is called O-Ranger.
Yeah, no, that's right. At least it's not called like Triangle Ranger.
Yeah, that's true. Cool.
So I'm sorry. What point were you making?
What's cool about the suits
Yeah.
is that they are very like when you think like virtual reality, like yeah, that looks like a virtual reality thing, but if you think like space, it also looks like it's something that would be in like a space opera.
It works great for both.
Yeah.
The only thing that's weird about it in Power Rangers in space is that the open helmet where you can do stuff inside it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
But
I would
anyway,
put it A tier.
I think that's A tier. Yeah, I'm 100% with you there. Some people would probably go all the way to S with that. We've been watching Lost Galaxy. We kind of fell off of that. We need to get back to it. But I'm not a big fan of these suits.
These suits are dumb.
The zigzags in the middle are goofy to me.
And the
you think they're dumb?
I think they're dumb because the zigzags in the middle are really weird, and also the
Oh hey Jayson, look. We got the sorry. We got the Ranger run.
Oh,
remember the Ranger run where they gotta put their hands back here, and then I guess they're not quite doing the Ranger run here, but I'm just reminded of that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I don't like the zigzags in the middle. I don't like that the helmets like don't fit with each other at all. Like if you put the helmets and you put them all side by side and you don't tell the person that they're from the same, and you tell them that they're all from different shows, they would believe you.
That's a really great
Like,
point. So, like, I was praising, what was it, which show for having the different shapes? Oh, Alien Rangers.
Alien Rangers, yeah.
But they all look like they're of a piece.
Right. With this, like, some of them don't have silver on it, and some of them do.
No, that's a really great point. You have to just change the shape of the visor.
Yeah.
It's really all you should mess with.
They mess with, like, the whole helmet with some of them, like...
And I don't like that it looks like there's a... Am I right about this? It looks like there's a separate, like, chest piece, or, like, midsection piece that you could just take off. I don't like that, and there's too much white in it because of that.
Yeah, how many zigzags do you need?
Yeah, it's a lot of zigzags. That is easily the worst suit to me that we've looked at so far.
I think so too, honestly.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Is that F tier?
I don't think it's F tier. I think it's D.
Okay. Okay, I'm cool putting it at D.
I think it's with the 95 suit.
And again, it's a good show. Mm-hmm. And it's more stomachable in action, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I don't find myself watching that show going, God, why do I keep having to look at these suits? Because there's other cool things in it.
Yeah.
Because that show has better villains than some other things. Like, there's fun things to look at in that show. What do you think of the Lost Galaxy Megazord? That's one that's a little too bulky, right?
Yeah, I think it's a little too bulky.
Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about, though, so we'll move on here.
We got Lightspeed Rescue.
Jesse, Lost Galaxy is so good. It is, but not the suits. Professor Zoom looks like they're wearing sports bras. Exactly! That's precise. Even the men! Thomas Sowell, Lost Galaxy is memorable for me being the first Power Rangers show to kill a Ranger off and had a replacement Ranger later. Yeah, exactly. But see, we're just talking about suits. See, this is where your nostalgia starts to blind you, right? Like, you know, I'm too old for this group. I go all the way back to Mighty Morphin, and I'm like, I don't know how to not put that all the way to the top.
Yeah.
But then I wonder if people that love Lost Galaxy like those suits better because it's a good show.
Right.
You know? But I don't think that I'm too blinded by my enjoyment for space.
Yeah.
In saying those suits are great, because I think I would still put those suits all the way to A, even if that show sucked. And the acting does suck, so there you go.
So this next one, I might be a little bit blinded by how good the show is.
Because you used to be obsessed with Lightspeed Rescue.
Well, I'm not obsessed anymore, but it's still, I think, top 10.
Is it?
I don't know if you like these suits. And I do.
Okay, so I'm a little indifferent. Here's the thing. I'm perplexed as to how you could put these suits, however you feel about the show,
right,
very much higher than Zeo. Because they look like the Zeo suits.
They kind of do, yeah.
With this weird kind of crosshatch pattern in the middle that sort of reminds me of parachutes.
See, here's the thing. And then you watch the Morphin sequence. And then it makes sense.
And I'm kind of fine with, well, okay, but look, we're just looking at the suits. Okay?
I know.
I'm kind of fine with the basic approach that Zeo takes with, we've always got the white feet, the white hands, the silver belts. You know, it's funny, I'm getting really used to certain designs of these popping up a lot because I've been painting the Heroes of the Grid board game for 3 years. Yeah. And so a lot of these I've painted now.
Yeah.
And this whole pattern shows up all the time. So then, if you're okay with that, it really comes down to, do you like the designs of the symbols on the suits? And if you think the shape thing is stupid, then you don't like the Zeo suits. But how do you feel about the weird parachute thing?
I like it because of the show. Because the show is, like, firefighters and cops and stuff. And
but what does it have to do with that theme?
Because the whole
like Hacker's Boy says, it fits the emergency theme. I don't understand. I haven't watched that show. I don't really understand that. Just looking at it, like, what does this have to do with firefighters and
because
cops
it's like,
and stuff.
you know, like white and red. Like I don't really know how to explain it, but like
It's only white and red in the suit.
in the
that's
red, but yeah.
Okay.
And
it's not like
that is probably the worst thing about the suit. I do actually like the helmets better than Zeo's. I like the lines. I actually do.
Hayden Spring says, I think these and Beast Morphers are the best examples of government-made Ranger suits. See, I don't agree with that because this goes back, it harkens back so much to Zeo. Like, they look too much like a regular Ranger suit to me to think about them like public service Ranger suits. That's the part I'm not getting, is that they actually look really similar to other Power Ranger suits.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I don't...
I get what you're talking about with the helmets a little bit, but not anything about the rest of it. Anyway, that would be D tier to me. But I don't know where you want to put it.
Well, where is
Zeo we put it C because of Gold Ranger.
Well, I like.
But you're gonna want to put it to C
suits.
too, aren't you?
See, here's the thing though.
Okay.
I like the main suits with Lightspeed Rescue better than the main suits with Zeo. The Gold Ranger suit is 10 times better than the Lightspeed Rescue than the Titanium Ranger suit.
And I like the Zeo suits better than the Lightspeed Rescue suits myself.
Because the V is really dumb with the Titanium Ranger suit.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going that far, just put a Cobra on it. Like.
So, do you want to just split the middle and put it at C? Where it's like, you like them a little better so they can't go any higher because the 6 Ranger holds it back, whereas the Zeo suit has to go to C because the Gold Ranger puts it above it? Or...
I think it's like a low C.
Okay.
But...
Because it sounds like you're not going to be comfortable with D.
I feel like I would, but also I don't think Zeo is higher than Lightspeed Rescue. I don't think.
Okay.
I think they're like a little bit on par.
I do. This would look different if it was just me doing it. We move on now to Time Force. It's time for Time Force.
Okay. I don't know if I'm biased or if this is like everyone, but
because everybody loves that show.
I love the Time Force suits.
I like them a lot too, and I don't mind the white in the middle as much. I think partly because it's not a separate piece, and it doesn't take over as much. It helps that it's more open in the middle, I think. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
What's cool about it is the white. Like, if you go to a different picture that shows more of the open, like, it has the same shape as the visor, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like how uniform they are.
Yeah.
Where, again, we go back to the helmets have visors that are differently shaped, but they're all in line with each other. They've all got black in the same places. And for that theme, I like the arrow motif.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's time. We're going in a direction. Maybe we're going backwards. It's like it's an arrow. Yeah. And they managed to get, and I don't know if that's intentional, but that's how I always read it. Yeah. And we have an arrow that somehow remains that even inside of other shapes. Mm-hmm. So you have a heart that becomes an arrow, and you have a diamond that becomes an arrow.
Yeah. Do you like how
there's an oval at the end with the Yellow Ranger that is not really an arrow, but am I reading too far into that, or is that intended?
I actually hadn't thought of that, but like it works.
I might just be BSing my way through this right now. But
do you like how the Quantum Ranger has? Well, first off, do you have anything against the Quantum Ranger?
We're blocking the heads for everybody here, but
still being Red Ranger.
I don't like it. He just looks too close to the Red Ranger. He's not... Your 6 Ranger suit needs to err on the side of looking almost like it belongs in a different show. You know what I mean? Like, you want it to stand out, but still fit the material. And it doesn't stand out enough. It's not an inverse, but like, okay, it puts more black on the suit instead of white. Yeah. And it goes with a slightly different shade of red. And that's all it does. It just adds some black and it's a different shade of red. Like, it needed to be a gold or a silver or a purple or something. Yeah. That might have been a good place for a Purple Ranger, honestly. Mm-hmm. But that was always my problem with Quantum.
Yeah.
But anyway, is that... I'm going to say A.
I'm going to say A. I don't think it's S.
If Quantum Ranger was as cool as Gold Ranger, it would pop it all the way to the top.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's where I'm at. Let's see what people are saying about Time Force here. Kando Tor agrees with me. Quantum looks too much like Red to me.
Oh yeah, Magna Defender for Lost Galaxy.
Oh yeah. Wait, here's the problem.
That doesn't put
He's
it any
not
higher
a
for me.
Ranger.
Yeah.
Like, Magna Defender isn't exactly a Ranger.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, story-wise, he ends up possessing a Ranger, but he doesn't morph. Like, the character himself, he's like a Mandalorian or something. He's not really... He's not connected to the Morphin grid. I don't think he's connected to the Morphin grid. Could you tell me?
I can't.
Do you have any idea?
You.
Okay. Does that show know? I don't think that show knows.
I don't think that show knows.
So yeah, that's the problem. Is he's an ally. It would be like letting Ninjor affect where you put Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
Because he's not a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Hidden Spring, I disagree. He morphs.
So does the Phantom Ranger. So does Blue Centurion. Like.
Yeah.
Does Blue Centurion morph?
I don't think so. And Ninjor doesn't morph either.
Ninjor doesn't.
So maybe he's got an argument there. I don't know. Kecker's boy Mike morphs into Magna Defender. Oh yeah, that's right. Because eventually we get a Ranger that is becoming okay.
Okay, still.
But it's not really a Ranger suit. I don't know.
Also, still, I still wouldn't put it.
But here's the thing.
C-tier.
He's transforming, but is he morphing? And I don't mean to be all semantical about it, but I don't know if Magna Defender is connected to the Morphin.
I can't tell.
I need someone to explain this to me.
I think probably, but I don't know.
Donna Ranger power, Magna power.
Yeah,
but everybody's doing a power something in Power Rangers. Like, he's got to be connected to the grid, or he's not a... Or he's not a Ranger.
Yeah.
Hayden Spring, I would say Phantom Ranger is a Ranger. So here's the thing: Phantom Ranger is a Ranger because it has Ranger in it, Jayson.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
And that was always weird to me with him. But he technically is a Ranger. I don't know if Magna Defender counts as a Ranger. I don't know. Now, I've not finished that whole show.
Chromaxi,
But I don't think at any point they're going to tell us if he's actually connected to the grid, because I don't think the grid comes up in that show.
Yeah.
Because it's more of a mystical thing, and that show is very, very loose in how it handles continuity. I mean, it is connected to space, but...
Yeah. Chromaxi, I want to do one of these for Evil Rangers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that would be... I think some of them... I think most of them would go into F tier.
Oh, a lot of them are awful. Remember the Dark Rangers?
Mm-hmm. And the Dark Rangers, the Shadow Rangers, the Robotic Rangers are all...
You'd have like Psycho at S, and then everything else is D and F. That's pretty much... Yeah, not really. Though, because you get a lot of Evil Rangers in the comics, and we'd have to add all of those. So, like, Ranger Slayer, S tier, Draken, at least A tier, like... Right? No, we should do that one.
Yeah.
This is just going to become a regular segment. We're not even just ranking things anymore. It's just Power Rangers.
All right, we gotta go into Wild Force, and I don't know what my opinion is for this.
Jayson,
suit.
We've already been doing this for 45 minutes.
Wow,
can you believe that?
Crazy.
I thought maybe we would roll a little quicker.
Yeah.
Because it's just suits.
Yeah.
But it's you and I talking about Power Rangers, and you just know too much.
Yeah.
This would have been faster, actually, if I'd been by myself. But I'm glad I had you, because I don't know some of these shows.
Yeah.
So it would just be, I'm looking at a suit.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent to this suit. Okay, so Wild Force...
Speaking of being indifferent, I'm indifferent about these suits.
You feel that way about Wild Force?
Yeah. I think...
Let's take a closer look, shall we?
My favorite thing about this show was the Zords, and I don't know about the suits, like... They're fine. Like, I don't really like the helmets. They're all different shapes. I don't like that.
It goes back to, once again, kind of the Zeo formula with the white gloves and boots. I guess a lot of shows do that.
The boots aren't.
The boots aren't. It's just the gloves. Okay, never mind. And we've got the white necks again.
How do you feel about the gold stripes?
I don't like them. I'm not a big fan of the gold stripes. I think that's a little too much.
Okay, here's
Although,
what
you know what
I
I never
don't
noticed
like
about them before?
They're
all
all
different.
different.
Well, No, it's okay. I get what they're going for here. Can I ask you a question? Because I've not really watched that show. Are they numbered?
I didn't think so.
They should be numbered if they're gonna do that because they look almost like rank insignia, right?
Right,
like,
but here's the thing, though.
He's got 3. He's got 5. He's got 2. She's got 4.
And she's got like 6 bajillion.
I think she has 1 thick one.
Okay, maybe.
She's got 1 thick one.
Okay.
She's got 1.
She looked like she had.
So she would be Wild Force Ranger 1. I bet they don't say that though.
They don't.
But if that's a show where they probably should
I haven't
do that.
seen them.
I don't like that for Stripes though. If you to have the number thing, like it's almost better if you just.
Why are they like Worf?
Have a oh yeah, they're like Worf sashes.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. But let me tell you what I do like about them.
Okay.
First of all, the helmets are kind of perfect to me. I like the helmets.
I mean, I think they're good, but like
they're a cool mix of Mighty Morphin and Space, where they don't have the lips, but each of them is shaped like the animal that they are, and we got away from dinosaurs, so you get like a shark guy and like a lion or a tiger guy or whatever he is. Yeah. So that's cool, and I also kind of...
And a bison for the Black Ranger.
And I think I dig on the badges.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of Star Trek-y.
That's true.
Or like superhero. I kind of dig on that. So I'm half I'm half and half on.
And I like the belts too.
I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say
B.
B.
Yeah, I'm gonna say B or C.
Let's go. Well, can we look at the?
We're putting a lot in C.
We are.
But you don't think they're good enough to go to B?
I don't think they're good enough to go to B.
Man, you know what? They're not as good as the Alien Ranger suits.
Yeah, I would put them in C.
I can't go to D because they look way better than Lost Galaxy to me.
They do.
Okay. Let's see what our audience says about these suits. No one cares. The Red Ranger was the last of the Rangers put on the team. White was first, I think. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he was.
For this show?
Yeah, for good reason, too, because he sucks.
I'll have to watch that at some point.
That show has some bad acting. At least I think. I don't...
Okay, we move on now to Ninja Storm, which is a mixed bag show just all around, really.
It's... I don't know. It's too funny. Like...
It's too much of a comedy season.
It's too much of a comedy season.
That's the thing I never cared for about it. With what little I watched, I couldn't get into it.
I like these suits for, like, I do like these suits. I like how minimalistic they are.
You think they're minimalistic?
I think they are compared to some of the other ones.
Oh, they're doing too much. No, I don't think that's minimalistic at all. Look, they got shoulder pads.
Well, they do.
They got... Oh, is this...
The Thunder Rangers do.
Oh, you're right. That's a different thing. Okay.
And they come in the last, like, 10 episodes.
Okay, sorry. I was... So, are those bad guy Rangers or good guy Rangers?
No, they're good guy Rangers.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't know the show.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, you're right. They are.
So these are, like, the main Rangers.
Yeah.
And they're kind of minimalistic. But, I like them. I like how... They're like, you know, their badges are kind of like a card game, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's fun. And right in the middle, like Mighty Morphin was.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I don't care for. Well, what I like and I don't like.
Okay.
I like the silver. I wish there was more of it. So the best of these 3 suits is the blue one.
Oh, yeah, and she's the best
we had a female Blue Ranger for the show?
Uh-huh.
That's neat.
And she's the best Ranger in the show, too.
Okay, I'll have to look at that just for her at some point, because that is a neat suit. Of these. Overall, I don't love the look of this. The helmet shapes are kind of off-putting to me.
Okay,
and
I like
it starts to veer on the toward not looking enough like Power Rangers to me. And I'm gonna have that being an old school fan in a way that a lot of like people older than me by even 5 or 10 years are not going to have. Yeah. Much less you growing up with everything.
And to be fair, this was well, and I mean this doesn't affect it at all, but the suits at all, but this was the first Disney season.
Yep.
And this was like the third 2000 season. So we were getting into like where they didn't really look as much like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And, like, the Sentai was trying other things.
Yep.
So...
And that's their prerogative. That's cool, but I want it to look more like Power Rangers. Yeah. Unless you can really win me over on a premise. And it took me a long time to get okay with stuff away from teenagers with attitude, which I'm cool with now. So I mean, like, I don't mind the service seasons as much now, like I used to, where it's a little more military or it's more like police or rescue or something. Boy, it took me a long time to get used to that.
I feel like I would like these suits a lot better if I like the show.
If you like the show more,
because I feel like they are really good for like a Jungle Fury type show. But, like, that show didn't have as much comedy in it, and it was like, it did, but it had a lot more like, oh, you know, ninjas and training and stuff. And I feel like these suits are really good for that. But it's also a very comedy heavy show, and I don't think this is.
I think it's weird that we adapted it as ninja because they look way more samurai-esque than ninja to me.
Yeah,
But yeah, with the silver thing, if she's gonna have silver under her skirt, they should have silver.
I think they should.
The pants should be silver all the way across.
Yeah.
That's D-list to me.
Really?
It's C or D.
Okay. I think you put it where you want to put it because I would put it in B tier.
You'd put it in B?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like then we have to split the middle once again and make it another C list. Yeah. We are copping out a lot tonight, folks. It's all the C list.
Yeah.
Now, we get into Dino Thunder now, and don't say anything yet.
I'm not going to.
Don't say anything about Dino Thunder now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the suits for folks that are not as familiar with what they look like, as I've been doing.
I will tell you if.
No, don't tell me anything. Don't tell me anything.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the Dino Thunder suits. There they are. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it where I want to put it, and then I'm gonna let you fight me on it.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready? Because for me, Dino Thunder goes all the way to the top.
Yeah. No.
All right, let's argue about it a little bit.
All right. I think the suits are fine until you get to the Super Dino mode, and then you can't unsee it. The like.
I don't think you can base this on Super Dino mode.
No, but the suits.
I mean, you're
become
right.
Dumber once you put on the Super Dino mode, and then you put it back, and it's.
What? Just because you can see the extension like past them?
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, that. Oh.
I don't have that.
Yeah, I'm
with you. Super Dino mode is dumb, but it also cracks me up, and I kind of love
it. Best
because
suit
because I love the. Sorry, I love the bouncing rubber.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
I will say, best suit is black.
Brachio is like my third favorite Power Ranger suit.
I think it's a really good suit
overall.
I like how and
it's probably like gold, white, and Brachio.
So
or Brachio and white are probably fighting for that second spot.
So I think the helmets are fine. I think I think the visors are cool.
Yeah.
For like the dinosaur look and stuff. I like the things in the middle. I actually do like that. I like whenever they do that. And
they just pop, man.
Yeah, and I like
the bronze.
Yeah, and I like
the bronze choice is awesome.
And I like the minimalistic belt. And
do you like the triangles? Because I love that for a Dino season, especially since when we got it, we went back to Tommy and we tried to go back to basics.
Yeah.
We went back to triangles because the Mighty Morphin suits have triangles. You like the triangles?
No.
Because of Super Dino mode.
That's
He's
my.
just going in circles here.
No, it's not. It's not because of. I already didn't, but it makes it worse. It's where they put it. It's just weird to me. Another thing I will praise is that I like how with the main suit with the helmets, the main three have like normal like circular helmets. And then black and white have the thing that goes up. I do like that.
Let me tell you the other thing that puts it right up to the top for me.
Okay.
You basically have 2 Sixth Rangers, and they're both boss.
Yeah.
You have a 5-man team where 2 of them are like separate out
pretty good.
and have 2 of the neatest Power Ranger suits there are. How do you not put it at S tier? Because you're not even basing it on 6 Ranger suits at that point. You're basing it on what becomes anyway the main 5.
Yeah.
And they have 2 of the coolest suits ever that are separated out from the rest of it. But the main 3 look pretty decent.
I do like how they, circle back to Mighty Morphin. And also,
okay, so are you gonna try to get me to put it down 1? Like, are you fighting me to go 1 rung? Because I won't go to B.
No, I wouldn't put it at B, honestly.
Okay.
Can we go back to the tier?
Yeah. You were just trying to decide if you wanted to go all the way to the top of it or not.
The problem is I don't think it's worse, but I don't think it's better than the Time Force suits.
Oh.
That's my problem. Because
or I think it's at least as good.
I was like between S and A with Time Force.
Okay, but can I give you a good argument for that? But their 6 Ranger can't put it over the top, and Dino Thunder has 2.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
And now I wish I could use a weapon argument, but we haven't been bringing weapons into this, so I won't do that.
Yeah. Time
but
Force has better weapons though.
Brachio staff? Come on now.
It's just like staffs.
I do like staffs.
Though.
I am a big staff guy.
I'm not a staff guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Here's my okay.
We've got to move on here, man.
I'll let you put it Dino Thunder in S tier if we put SPD in S tier.
SPD has to go in S tier? Okay, let's take a look at SPD. We will come back to Dino Thunder, because I don't want to be unfair and leave it if you want to move it, but this is one of the nerdier things we've done in a while. Okay, here is the SPD suits. I mean, they are pretty rad. They are pretty rad. The numbers kill.
Yeah.
And I've painted... Have I painted these yet?
You painted a couple.
I think I painted, yeah. Sometimes I get more 1-over on suits when I have to work on them.
Yeah.
I'm finding.
Is there a picture with, like, every single Ranger?
Oh, because they had, like, 105, right?
There's with, like...
Oh, and then Cat Ranger gives you... You actually have 2... When I say 6 Ranger, obviously I'm not talking about the number all the time. I just mean, like, the... Did you have a cold chill or something?
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm like the extra.
I'm
Ranger.
talking about the loner special come in and fix everything Ranger. You have and sometimes evil, sometimes not. In this case, neither of them are evil.
Yeah. None of them are.
Yeah. Doggy Kruger never goes evil. In the comics now you have Dane, but you didn't have Doggy Kruger go evil.
Oh, what they do instead is the A-Team.
Oh, are they bad guys?
Yeah, they're bad guys.
Okay, I haven't watched enough of that show. I've watched some, and I really like what I've seen of it.
Yeah, we need to just watch through that show.
I do think it's funny that their headquarters looks like an airport.
They look... Okay, do you like the Omega Ranger suit? Because he doesn't have a number.
I'm a little indifferent to it.
Also, he has a V, and I don't like V's.
You don't like V's, yeah. I'm not. I mean, it's okay, but Cat Ranger is really neat looking. Yeah. And like you can't say enough good things about Doggy Kruger's suit.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I really like.
I've painted this twice. It was one of my favorite things to paint.
I really like how they.
I also love that his number is 100.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Isn't that because, or didn't they come up with a reason for it in the Sentai where he like fights off 100 guys or something?
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing?
Yep, I'm pretty sure. I think.
And yes, his dog ears would not fit in this helmet, but whatever.
I really like how. Yeah. I really like how
Look at that. That's weird.
Yeah, that's the comic suits.
Oh.
There's Deca Ranger and
why did the Green Ranger get the dragon shield in that?
Because it's Tommy Oliver's kid.
Oh, I knew about Tommy Oliver's kid, but I didn't realize he became an SPD Ranger.
Yeah.
Is he like the first one or something?
No, this is like way later in the future. Like that's
how does Tommy's kid go all the way to the future?
I don't actually know because I haven't read it.
Okay.
But I like how they look like.
Are you ready?
They all look like cops. Like
they do look like cops,
yeah.
And the cop thing is working better with this than the whole Lightspeed rescue thing to me.
Yeah,
like
I think so too.
The EMTs or whatever. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
No, I'm totally with you on that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep, I'm totally with you on that.
Yep. Okay.
That was 2 friggin' killer seasons in a row.
Yeah.
And then they do wonderful crossovers.
Yeah.
Both of those crossovers are really good.
Yeah. They're really good.
Let's see if our audience agrees with anything we're saying here. SPD is 2025.
Yeah. It's in 2 years.
Oh, okay. And that makes sense that his kid... I don't know how old he's supposed to be. I mean, you wouldn't expect he'd be a teenager, but then, like, when did he and Kat have their kid?
Right.
He and Spring, so it makes sense in the timeline.
Yeah.
I think it's really funny that his mom's name is Kat, and he'll work for a woman named Kat who looks like a cat.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, their kid is, like, 7 in, like, 2018, so...
Oh.
I don't know. I'm thinking too far into this.
No, that would make him a teenager.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. I guess that works. Robert says we should review every Power Rangers pilot for the pilot show.
Yeah. We should do like a 24-hour stream for those.
I know you've really been wanting to do that.
That'd be cool.
I don't think I'm going to let my 13-year-old stay up for 24 straight hours, though.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't even thinking about...
That seems like being an irresponsible parent.
Yeah.
But we could split it up. We could do, like, 2 or 3 shows.
Yeah.
Kecker's Boy, you didn't show the SWAT mode of the suits.
Yeah, we're not doing those.
There's so many. That's the other thing with SPD also, though, that probably should pop it up to S tier, is it has a lot of variations, and they're all good.
And, like, there are even a few Rangers that we didn't even show. Like, there's so many.
Yeah. Kecker's Boy, you didn't do the upgraded versions of any of the suits. I mean, we're just talking about the main ones.
The normal ones.
And the upgraded versions wouldn't pop any of this up to me too hard. Like, what's the suit what's the show that has... Is it Time Force? No. What's the show that has the ridiculous, like, bulky action figure...
Space.
Red Ranger?
The Battleizer? Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
It looks like an action figure that would be made of a character that you always wondered why you didn't see it in the show, but it's actually in the show.
Yeah.
Okay, let's mosey right along here. How long have we been going? Because you got to go to bed at some point, Jayson. Okay, hour and 4 minutes. We haven't gotten close to as long as I went last week yet, so.
Honestly, and we will go, like, blow through Neo Saban.
That's true, yeah.
All right.
You've been talking a lot more than maybe you usually would on videos like this because you know this stuff so well.
Yeah.
Okay, so some people love
everyone
Mystic Force.
loves this show, or not the show.
Some people like
the show
Mystic
is
Force a lot.
fine, but these suits.
Okay, are you in there?
I think so.
It's because they have capes.
It's because they have capes,
and everybody loves capes. And it's just the first time we have Power Ranger suits with capes. Okay, can I say something? Because I've never looked that hard at these, and I don't think. Do we have a Mystic Force Ranger in the game yet?
No, not outside of Allies.
Besides Udana
and Korag and stuff.
And Udana is awesome. That's such a cool. I mean, that's one that you do have to think about. Like their extra Rangers do kind of put it up higher because I've been painting these guys. And those suits are really cool. They're not real Power Ranger-y, but I don't know if these guys are supposed to be Rangers. Because I've never seen that show. I don't know.
So it's a bad guy that turns into a good guy, and he's like their ninja.
But yeah, can I say it?
Yeah.
I like these.
I do too. this show had, if we were ranking, and we should do this.
Yeah.
If we were ranking the morphing sequences, this would go in either A or S tier.
Ooh, we should do that. I'll have to watch them all.
Because, at least for me, I feel like this would go in, like, A tier.
That's it. Yeah, that's a really cool idea. So do you think the suit should go to A?
I think they should go to B.
Boy, I'm somewhere in between. I mean, the more I'm looking at this, I really kind of like it. How do you feel about the stripes? I mean, is it too busy?
I really like the suit. I don't really like the helmets. That's my only thing. Is I'm not the biggest fan of the helmets. They're just too in depth. Like, there's too much going on in the helmets.
Do you think the symbols are too big?
Yeah, I think there's just too much going on with the symbols.
Okay, fair enough.
And I think if they had them like here,
maybe I'm too taken by the
would
capes
be
too.
but in the
well, let me critique it for a second. I wish we were more uniform with pants. I guess I've complained about this a little bit tonight, where for some reason these two have white pants, but everybody else has the same color as the rest of their suit. I don't know why we did that.
Because they're the girls.
So the girls have to have white pants for some reason? So we decided not to do skirts, so we need something to tell you they're girls, and that's white pants. Mm-hmm. Perfect sense.
I don't know.
Everyone knows that you look more effeminate if you wear white pants.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing...
Sorry.
Oh, no, you're okay. But let me just say one more thing. I like that the Pink Ranger here, and maybe the Blue Ranger does it too. I just would have to go look. But she has an inseam color for her cape. Mm-hmm. And I'm a stickler for that. I love that. Like, I want capes to always have a different color inside than outside. And I can't tell if any of the other ones do it, but it looks like the green and the red here don't have it.
Yeah.
And I want them all to have that. That would be a cool uniform thing to do, where they're all white inside.
It's because they're girls. If you wear capes that have white on the inside, then that's for...
Everyone knows white is a very effeminate color.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, here's the other thing. I feel like the suits would be, like, actually a lot cooler if it was a lot more magic based.
Oh, they also have skirts?
And
I just can't see them when they're crouching. Okay.
And if
And Hayden says they're all silver on the inside. They didn't look like it from that shot, but I'm only going on the one shot. I'll look at some other pictures.
I think if they're yeah, they are all silver.
Ooh, I like it more now.
I feel like the suits are actually really cool.
Wait, the green one is a girl. I thought the blue one was a girl.
Wait, what is... No, he switched all their genders.
Oh.
This guy just...
Oh, this guy... Oh. Okay. Sorry about that.
Oh, look at the... Yeah, and the
helpful.
capes have the
okay.
things on the back as well.
Okay, I gotta stop trusting everything I see on the internet.
No, but Dad,
What?
The capes have the symbols on the back of them as well.
What?
Yeah. Look back at the...
Which one? Which picture? Oh. Oh, that's cool too.
Yeah.
I love these. I love them. I want one. And this guy has a staff.
Yeah.
S tier.
Here's the problem, though.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
The problem, and the problem is the show, though. Like,
I don't care. I've never seen it. I'm just going off of what I'm looking at here.
Because the problem is, they actually would be a lot cooler if the show was like fully magic. But they all work at a comic shop.
Yeah, no, I know about that.
I don't know.
And then it's going to be a pizza place the very next season. Or no.
A 2 seasons.
Couple seasons, yeah. Okay, so you don't want to go all the way to S.
I think I'm actually fine with A.
Are you okay with A?
I think I'm fine with A, actually.
Dude, the silver inside the cape.
Yeah, I think
the symbol on the symbol on the back puts it way over the top. That's so freaking cool. And the man has a staff. Moving right along. Overdrive.
Donna also has a staff.
Yeah, she does. It's pretty.
I think they all have staffs, actually. Yeah, they all have staffs.
Okay, let's... What?
Yeah, they all have staffs.
S tier.
No, we're not going off of weapons.
Yes, we are. No, I'm just kidding.
I have no say in this because
I just threw up in my mouth a little.
I would put... I would put them in F tier, so...
Oh, that's weird. Hayden Spring says, the blue actress is the wife from the movie Upgrade. I know you've reviewed that. Oh, I don't remember anything about that. I will give them the Silver Ranger has a cool color.
Here's the thing. And
what is his name? Is he a Silver Ranger or is
yeah, he is.
Does he have a special?
Pretty sure he's.
What I'm learning here is I don't like too much white.
Mercury.
That's what Mercury Ranger. Thank you. I don't like too much white in a ranger suit. Is the big thing I'm finding.
Here's what you said about that is really funny.
Yeah.
Because that is how I thought about that show when I watched it.
You wrote it off because it was too much white?
No, what you said before.
He's like, and the men are all girly men. Look, they're all wearing white, and white is a girl's color. That's what we learned tonight.
No, what you said was, I like the Silver Ranger, because the Mercury Ranger is the only good thing about that show.
Oh, is he actually cool?
He's
like
actually cool compared to, because
look at his helmet though. His
you
helmet's
go
weird.
through 20 episodes of hell, and then he comes in and he kind of saves the show.
Jayson's review, folks. Put it on the box. Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. 20 episodes of hell. Or would you say 10 episodes? 20 episodes?
20 episodes.
God, that was
and then
that
the
was
Mercury
amazing.
Ranger comes in.
This is
this is a D or F for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't have anything all the way at the bottom yet, and I know the show's supposed to not be good.
Can we go back to the suits?
But I don't have an opinion about that because I haven't actually sat through an episode of that show.
Real quick, we need to talk about how the cars fit into it, because we talked about with Turbo. I just don't know.
Oh, okay.
Because that's a car theme.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't love the symbol on the chest. I just don't love the choice of what the symbol looks like.
Yeah.
You know, is the thing for me. But the car thing with the helmets, I guess I'm indifferent to it.
It looks like the Nissan logo. It looks like they're working for a car company.
Professor Zoom says F is a little harsh. I think so too. Hayden Spring, it's more like construction vehicles. Carl Maxey, Jayson didn't swear. He just said it was like hell. It was
like hell.
Yeah,
hell isn't a bad word.
It was a simile.
Yeah.
It was a simile. D tier.
Yeah, I'd say D tier.
D tier. Detour. Okay, next we get into Jungle Fury.
And this is one of my favorite seasons, but it has some pretty bad,
Would you agree if I were to say too minimalistic?
No.
With Jungle Fury.
No, I think Jungle Fury is not as minimalistic, and that's why I don't like them.
Okay, no, I was remembering it wrong. Well, okay, so I'm gonna stick by what I'm saying slightly. So when I say minimalistic, you're right. There's too much going on with some of this, but I can't deal with a ranger suit without a belt.
Oh yeah.
God, it looks like they put on morph suits and then they added crap to them.
Here's what I don't like about them. They are all different.
They look like 5 different Sentais.
None of them are the same.
And then you just slap the symbol in the middle.
And then you just...
Okay,
and then you, put, what is...
There's a little uniformity.
Yeah.
They went, with some of them... Okay, with 3 of them, we went... And this is not gender-related this time. Yeah. With 3 of them, we went... we're going to have shapes on the sides going all the way down.
Yeah.
But with 2 of them, they don't have that.
That's
one
because
does have a belt.
Those 3 are the first 3, and then those are the 5th Rangers.
Okay, so we did the same thing we did with Dino Thunder. Yeah. So that's okay. And you can kind of see it. Now that you're saying that, you must have started with your 3-man team, and then it becomes 5-man eventually.
And I feel like they're a bit better. And
but the Purple Ranger looks like a hockey player.
Uh-huh. And I feel like...
Is this a White Ranger, or...
I can't remember.
But this one looks like a ninja or a samurai person. It's just completely out of place.
Also, they're a little bit cooler in action, like, and a little bit cooler, just, like, in, like, with their weapons and stuff, but they still just don't, like, they don't jump out at me.
I mean,
like,
she's got a staff, but that's not helping me this time.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a little rough. Is it as bad as Operation Overdrive? And like
I
you
think
said,
I would
it's
still
hard because
put
the
them
show is
in-
good.
Yeah, I think I would still put it in D tier. Here's what's really funny about this.
No, I agree with you on this.
I think Jungle Fury. I think the villain suits are amazing, but I don't like the Ranger suits, at all.
Jesse says RJ is the coolest. Oh no, he's spectacular. What I've seen of that show, I love that character.
Yeah, we should watch through SPD and Jungle Fury, and
I think we could maybe get some people to watch it with us if we found the time to do it, streaming at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking it might be cool to kind of like halfway bring back Morphomania at some point, where the two of us just pick a show and do marathons.
yeah, and we just pick each other a show for, like, to show each other.
Yeah. Alex says D tier. Okay, so some people agree with this. Daishi is an amazing design. It's so good.
Daishi's
Yeah,
great.
absolutely. I painted him now
Yeah,
because he's in the board game. Okay.
both of his designs are great.
Somebody made a ranked list of board game characters, and like, boy, you'd have to really rack your brain remembering what all the cards do.
Yeah,
But I'd love to do that with Freddy at some point,
yeah.
because Freddy would be able to remind us what a lot of characters are geared toward,
Yeah.
right?
I could only do that
guy
for
gets around
maybe
guard,
like
this
30
guy.
characters.
That's a lot. We could
And
just-
maybe more like 20. I'm not sure.
That's pretty good though. There are like 80 playable rangers in the game now, but
Yeah.
All right, RPM.
You don't like the RPM suits.
I'm not a big fan
and
of the RPM suits.
I do like the RPM suits because they're very 2000s, and I really like that, like...
Well, let's
Like,
evaluate them, shall we? We have another sort of car theme,
Yeah, RPM is a car theme.
which is weird, so close to Operation Overdrive.
Uh-huh.
Such close proximity.
The only thing I don't like about them...
Well, they sort of have the V thing.
The V thing.
You know why they did that? Seatbelts.
Yeah.
So that's silly.
That's why, yeah, it is silly.
Yeah.
But...
I'm gonna say, we're jumping all. Oh my god, we're jumping everywhere. I'm gonna say C tier.
Yeah, I'd say that too. But here's the thing about them, though.
Yeah,
They're not spandex.
they look kind of spandexy. What do you mean they're not spandex?
No, it's... Dr. K
Oh,
yelled
the-
at them
Dr.
because
K.
it's not spandex.
It's not spandex. Sorry, I got your joke. I got it now. All right.
Okay, I am
Now
going
we
to
get
yell.
into Neo Saban, and we're just gonna throw things places real quick.
Yep, real quick.
And when I say Neo Saban, I mean, and then into a couple seasons of Hasbro, but most of that feels about the same.
Yeah.
Even though Beast Morphers is it's definitely the best thing post Disney era. Yeah. The first season I think is pretty solid. I didn't watch all the second season, but it lost me.
It did too. I did like the lore, but the writing was not as up to.
Oh my god, I just keep moving everything.
Stop moving everything.
I know. All right, let's go ahead and start ranking stuff here. So we get into Samurai first.
Yep, and I am.
So you just hate all of this?
I hate the samurai suits. I don't know. Some people like them, but I don't.
Well, once again, let's evaluate.
Okay, those are the super.
Did we put the
mode.
super ones in there?
Well, those are like the super mode.
Did Super Samurai have different regular suits though?
With one of the characters.
Okay. So we're just ranking this one set, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
these are just 4 of them. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm looking for. I'm having a hard time finding the whole team standing around like we've been getting. That's a small picture.
Oh my gosh.
So you don't like these helmets, right? Is that the thing?
I don't like.
You don't like anything about
this.
Here's the picture I was looking for.
So I like.
I love how you're just laughing at them.
You're so silly. The only thing I will give them is the pants.
Okay.
I do like the black pants.
Jet black pants.
Yeah. And I do like belts.
I like the idea of kanji on the faces.
I don't.
Oh, okay. I think the problem is that it kind of just depends on what the symbols look like, right? And I mean, I don't know Japanese. I don't know what the kanji mean, but I think the red one looks pretty cool, and the rest of them I'm not digging on as much. So like if somehow you could just take the Red Ranger and not change the face. You know what we need? We need a Ranger suit that's based on Rorschach inkblot tests, and then every suit they'd be like all. I was gonna say they'd be all black and white, but they still have to be different colored because they're Power Rangers. But the faces would be like Rorschach, and they would just constantly change.
That would be funny.
Or they would just have 5 different Rorschach inkblot tests.
Okay, here's.
And the Sixth Ranger is Ozymandias.
Here's what I don't like about the masks. One, we just went to a different. We went to one where they were like looking like this, and it was silly.
Yeah.
As heck.
Yeah. So you're saying it's hard to make it look dramatic?
Yeah, and also in the show, they're like, I don't know how much of the show you've watched, but they're like super attack is their things pop out of their faces.
I forgot about that.
And throw at them, and that's the dumbest thing in any of Power Rangers.
Was it more of a comedic season in the Sentai? Because I know it's not for our show, really.
I don't know.
But
no, it wasn't.
No, they took themselves really seriously. Hayden Spring, it's fire, water, earth, wood, and wind. Okay. Yeah, now that you say that, I knew that at one time, but I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, Carl Maxey, I agree with you. The symbols of the helmets are too big.
Yeah, they're a little too big. Alex says C tier. That's about where I'm at with it.
I think...
But you want to go to D, probably.
I don't know.
I'm okay with the rest of the suit, though. Like, I actually like the lines okay.
I don't.
First of all, it's not a V. But it helps give it that samurai look.
Yeah. I don't like the little thingy on here. I don't like that.
Okay. We're disagreeing on what works with these, I think. And I don't mind the belts either.
I don't mind the belts as much.
Okay, Jayson, I'm gonna defer to you on this. I would go C tier.
Yeah, I think we go like low C here.
Look at how much is in C tier.
I kind of honestly just want
to pump Nijetti up one. And...
I kind of just want to put it in D so that we're like a little more.
Okay. I'm okay with that if that's where you want to put it. But I am looking at C and feeling like a couple of these really should be bumped up to B.
Like what, though? Like...
Well, Ninjetti, and I mean, I want to go up one with Zeo, but I know you're not going to go for that, so...
Yeah. I feel like there are a couple of the Neo Saban ones that might go into B, but I'm not sure.
And, like, if it were me, I would drop Turbo down one, and I would put Zeo up to B, but...
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That's me. You're just wrong. You know what? Hayden Spring almost said the same thing. He says, I think the red suit looks better as on a female. I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do agree.
Lauren Shiba.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Lauren Shiba. Yeah, that's right. I know something about Neo Saban. Okay, moving right along. Is this Ninja Steel or is this... Oh, Megaforce.
Megaforce.
I always do this. I always think Ninja Steel is before
okay,
Megaforce.
You are going to hate on the Megaforce suits because they have lots of white.
They have a lot of white. Yeah, that's true. Well, and as I've said 100 times before, the silliest thing about Megaforce is that we took a pirate season.
Well, that's Super Megaforce though.
And Yeah, I guess it's not until Super, but we took a pirate season and then pretended like they weren't pirates. But no, but they're already on a pirate ship. I mean, like, my point still stands. They already had that.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Oh, I thought they did. Okay.
No, that's what makes it really dumb.
Okay.
So...
Okay.
No.
No, where is it?
That's Diary.
Where is it?
Here.
Okay, thanks, sorry. Oh boy, I'm glad I didn't do this without you. Anyway.
Okay. What... The white going...
The white's not really the problem here, actually. I'm not minding it, because at least it doesn't go all the way to the top.
No, I don't like that
you
the
don't like
white
the midriff?
goes here, and then it, like...
The midriff is kind of
and
weird.
And the belts are the stupidest belts of what we've seen so far.
The helmets are mediocre. This
They're
whole thing is
fine.
just mediocre to me.
I think it's, yeah.
It's D. I mean,
yeah.
I know it's weird to say mediocre and then go all the way to D, but, like, it's not doing anything for me. You know what I mean?
I don't like the symbols. I think they're too big.
You can make a case for everything we put in C tier. This is generic. I think that's I shouldn't say mediocre. I say generic. This is dollar store Power Rangers.
Yeah.
That's what it is. D tier. Tell your friends.
Ooh.
Megaforce is D tier. Jason's having cold chills. Super Megaforce.
Okay, I like
this
the
is complicated
suit,
because the suit's great.
but
suits
the
are great.
show is not.
The show doesn't know it's a pirate show, even though they're on a pirate ship.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I hate that team with, like, a burning passion. Now, I don't like that their Sixth Ranger looks just like everybody else. They didn't do anything extra with him.
Well, they gave him sunglasses.
Oh.
Give him a break.
What? He's so special. He's got sunglasses. Somebody's buzzing me. I wonder if it's somebody going, Cap, why are you still making a tier list show about...
See,
It's Austin bothering me.
I like... And I know we're not going... I like their weapons a lot in Super Megaforce.
Sorry, Austin just sent me this amazing...
Oh, no.
I'm trying to decide if he's calling me an absent father. So check this out. Sorry, can I show you this real quick?
Yeah, sure.
This has nothing to do with anything. He just sent me this picture that somebody made of an action figure box without an action figure in it, and it's called Absent Father.
Father not included.
Father not included. You guys can't see this. Anyway, it's very funny. And Austin's amazing. Anyway, moving right along. Thanks, Austin. I needed that. So, I don't know. I just think they're really dynamic. Like, I love that they just went for it. They went, we're going to have a pirate show. They're pirates. They got the collars.
And they
got
got
everything.
The black, like...
And usually with a thing like this, I would complain they don't look enough like Power Rangers. But somehow, within the theme of pirates, it still looks Power Rangers.
Also, I like how toyetic it looks.
It's so toyetic. You're absolutely right.
And not in a bad way.
I like how big the tops of the boots are.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, we're not doing this with weapons, but I like that they all had muskets.
I really like the weapons. I was just talking about that. Yeah.
They sorry. And the symbols are not too huge.
Yeah, they're not.
It's because they got vests around them, so they want to make sure that you can still see the symbol.
The helmets aren't that different, which...
yeah, I know you really appreciate that.
I really appreciate that.
They went really minimal on how the variation on the shapes.
Yeah.
I think... So some people are saying... Kegger's Boy is saying S tier. Professor Zoom, these suits are great. Yeah, and like, I don't want to think too much about the actual series that we got with this, because I know people that were watching the Sentai going, man, I hope they do that pirate show, but they'll never do it. And then it would be better if they'd never done it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was gonna say B.
Me too.
Is where I was gonna go with it.
But do you want to put it over Zeo?
Over Zeo?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know you wouldn't mind putting it over Zeo.
Well, and also we're not basing it off of Six Rangers, and I don't like
or not too much. I mean, again, if we're letting Six Rangers influence us at all, Zeo should go up one.
Yeah.
And this should still be at least B, because the suits are so good regardless of what the Six Ranger is.
Yeah, I think...
But I can't go all the way to C with it. I think it's too good.
I do too.
I'm just still fighting you on Zeo. I don't like that that even with Gold Ranger it doesn't get bumped up one, but that's whatever. Because we already made that decision. So we can just move on. Anyway, so are you comfortable with B?
Yeah, I feel like
You can't go C. It's too much better than the RPM suits and like the Ninja Storm suits.
Because, like,
we put Ninja Storm at C. If that's a B suit, Ninja Storm has to go down one.
right. I feel like
We gotta wrap up. It's already 11 o'clock.
yeah, I feel like D is like bad and C is like mediocre.
We haven't
right?
put anything in F though.
It's not. Yeah, and which is kind of crazy, honestly. I know what we'll go with.
We may want to make some adjustments. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so Dino Charge. This was
I'm
a
sorry,
show.
I don't like this.
This was a show that I liked okay when it started, and then I very quickly lost interest in it.
Really? Because I didn't like it from the beginning.
I thought it had an okay pilot, and I liked the game show angle.
Was that show? I
Yeah.
thought that was Ninja Steel for a minute.
Oh, maybe it is Ninja Steel.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It is Ninja Steel.
Because this is the one with the cavemen.
Yeah, that's true. And I do. Okay.
Yeah, that's the like super dino mode thingy.
Oh, why does it look like they've got Triassic in the middle of
Yeah.
Dino Charge? That's so weird. It looks like they took a Dino Thunder Ranger and put him in Dino Charge.
Yeah.
Also, we got way too many Dino themed shows. There's a better picture. I don't know what to say about this.
No, it's fine.
I've always been a little bit weird with it. I think that starting with let's have a big gaping mouth for the helmet.
Well, okay. But also,
With
Mighty
teeth.
Morphin.
Yeah, but is it a giant gaping mouth?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. This is sillier to me.
I think it is too.
What do you think about the? It's all teeth. I mean, what do you think about the teeth in the middle? Like it's zigzag.
No, I hate that
You don't like that?
because it just reminds me of Lost Galaxy too much.
Yeah, it's fair. And then the thing on the shoulders is weird.
And also the
I never loved that.
the belt is not very good either.
Okay, so is this D list?
I think it is.
Okay. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Oh my god, we gotta get done with this. I gotta eat something.
Okay.
So
Okay,
what?
F tier. Let's move on.
You gonna put 2017 in the F tier? But it looked better in the film. It's a weird. I don't want to get all into 2017 again, but like it's a weird variation on the Mighty Morphin suits. And the one thing I really like about it is they didn't do anything with it in the story like I wish they had. It's almost like they adapted suits from a Sentai and didn't do anything with them, but they made up the suits. But the like galaxy moving in the center is a really cool idea.
It is, yeah.
I dig that. Why is there a picture of just the back of it?
Yeah, that makes it look even worse.
Yeah, it really does.
It's just so clunky looking.
That's not them. Yeah.
Like,
They're just it's not, and it's so dated already
yeah.
because they're looking at Marvel and DCEU and going it's got to be busy, it's got to be super armored. I didn't like the whole armor idea in the first place.
Yeah.
They're just trying too hard. Yeah, I like how they move okay in the movie, but they didn't make for good toys at all. And maybe just based on that, you got to put it in D or F. So you just want to go F with that, right?
I want to put at least something in F.
Okay, all right.
Just because it's funny.
How do you feel about the Beast Morpher suits?
Well, we're not at it.
We're not at Beast Morpher?
No,
we're
at
not.
Ninja Steel.
Ninja Steel.
And then Beast Morphers.
What do you think about the Ninja Steel suits?
Fine.
Jayson is so indifferent right now.
I mean, we're at a point where like I don't even get like, why did you have to make the weapons that they use part of the mask? Like that's kind of dumb.
You were already
I
complaining
think.
about that
I
with
don't
another
know.
show.
Was I?
I guess it's a little different, but the whole thing with Samurai where the kanji come out of the face and then attack
Oh yeah,
people.
no, that was even worse. I actually haven't seen that much of the show, but
yeah, I watched some of it when it started because I like the game show thing.
yeah.
I did watch some Dino Charge. I just for a second put those both together.
Okay.
Because I always think there was only one of these shows I even bothered with.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were you gonna say?
Well, okay.
The sash gimmick here works okay for me.
That's what I was gonna like. Do you like the animals inside the sash?
Yeah, and I like I like the black in it.
Yeah.
Like behind their color.
Here's what I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
The girls are wearing white pants.
Yeah, because that's the effeminate color. That's what we've learned about women in Power Rangers. It's so weird. I don't understand that. All right, so it loses a whole tier for me because it did that again. I also like the colored stripe that goes through them. Some of them, I mean, it's weird. Like they invert,
no, all
right?
of them do.
No, blue. Here's a white one, but then pink. Here's a pink one over a white one.
Well, yeah, because she's got a pink.
Yeah, okay.
Well, also she's not a Pink Ranger. That's the Pink Ranger. She's the.
No,
White
I know,
Ranger.
but the white has pink going through here.
Yeah, because she is white. So
okay, but then why does the red one have because pink?
They all have white except for her.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand now. Sorry, I'm really getting out of it now because we've been doing this too long. Is that another C?
I think it is.
I don't think it's bad enough to go to D.
I don't think it's bad enough to go to D, but I think it's C.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we're at
Beast Morphers.
Beast Morphers.
Do you like the sunglasses thing?
So I'm gonna say it's complicated for me. I actually really kind of dig it, but I have that thing where I'm like, but is it? I'm conflicted because I'm like, but is it not Power Rangers enough? They don't look like Ranger suits.
No, they don't.
But I like them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of liked doing something so against the grain. But like I'm a hypocrite because I usually would complain about that.
And this is also in the Sentai. This is around
They look,
like right after Samurai.
They look more like Kamen Rider things or something.
Yeah.
Kinda. But I like the leather.
Yeah.
I don't know, I shouldn't. And it's especially weird in a show that's all about the Morphin grid. Where like, it's the least Power Ranger looking costumes. But I kind of...
Can we look at one with all 5?
Just based on... Okay, this is going to be a stupid point. When you have one standing there by himself, it's really dynamic. When you have all 5, they look like bikers.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know. And Steel is just goofy.
What?
Is that Steel?
No, that's the Gold Ranger.
That's the Gold Ranger. Okay.
Steel's the one.
Steel's also goofy, but he's got silly like knee pads. I don't know what that's about. Is this another C list? Dude, just all the Ranger suits go to C list. Like, a part of me wants to put it in B, but looking at all of them together, I don't like it as well as I thought I did.
Also, the 3 I feel like are good, but then the other ones, like, why did they have to have their animal like there, but like the other 3 don't?
That's a good point.
And like also, their animals aren't even animals; they're bugs.
They're bugs. Carl says it's so plain, though. I don't know if he's talking about these or the last ones. Probably not the last ones. Those weren't really plain.
Yeah.
And they also have seatbelts again.
Do they?
Well, they have these straps that look kind of seatbelty.
I don't.
Where do you want to put them?
I don't really want to put them D. I guess C.
This is another one of those where I like them when they're moving, but I don't know if I like them as much as still images.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. All right. I want to put Dino Fury in D, right with Lost Galaxy.
Okay. That's fair. Do we need to look at it?
I mean, do we like?
Just so people know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Dino Dino Fury. We're almost there, guys. We're gonna do some comic suits here in a second, and then we'll be all finished.
I don't know why are there freaking tornadoes?
Yeah, I don't like these at all. The helmets are obnoxious.
The
They're
helmets
just all these
are
weird lines. They're so silly. And then what even is the? What is it? What are you in the middle? What are you looking at?
It's a.
What is this? What is the symbol? It's like some kid just pulled out a piece of paper and went. There you go. There's the middle of your ranger suit.
The Lost Galaxy suit. If it was tornado.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're right. They're tornado rangers, and then you've got these pads at the shins that have to have gold at the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
Except for the Gold Ranger because he's gold, so his has to be silver. And he doesn't stand out enough as a 6th Ranger either.
I think he does, honestly, because he has like blue instead of silver. Like,
it's just in colors though. I always want a 6th Ranger to have some extra component, right? You got to have shoulder pads, or you got to have.
Well, like, he has like his things are stretching out a little bit more.
It's not enough.
Yeah,
it's not enough.
I don't exactly agree with that, but
you got to do more than that. But no, they kind of suck. They kind of suck. So yeah, I'm with you on D. Are you sure you don't want to go to F with any of these? That one gets close, but I'm not like angry about it.
And I think
just don't
Dino
like
Fury gets close too.
Yeah. Wait, isn't that what we were just talking about?
What? No.
I'm sorry.
Dino Charge.
I'm so out of it. Dino Charge. Yeah.
Did I say Dino Fury?
You said Dino Fury. Yeah.
Oh, I meant Dino Charge.
Isn't that what we just ranked?
Yeah, Dino Charge is.
Okay, and then see, it's your fault.
They're all Dino. Everything is Dino. Something like.
Okay, now we're gonna go to Cosmic Fury, which just aired, and we have not even seen these suits in action yet. We watched the first couple episodes, and they don't have them yet. So we're just basing this on what we're seeing here, of course, and we're going to be watching this show with you guys on Friday night. So look forward to that. More of us rambling about Power Rangers for a long, long time. Here's what's weird about these suits to me, Jason. And it should be noted that these are entirely ours, but based on the Dino Fury suits in the first place. So they still have the stupid freaking helmets.
Yeah.
But what's weird about them is that they all look like 6 Rangers because they all have the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
So they all to me look like what their 6 Rangers should have looked like. Like their Gold Ranger, that's what he should have looked like in the originally.
Yeah. Honestly, the cape looks really cool.
Yeah, I like the cape. No, it's neat. These are a little better than what they had.
The Black Ranger has a staff.
Yeah, but it's kind of goofy looking. It looks like an axe more than a staff.
Yeah.
Does it bump it up a tier or does it sit at the same place?
I think it bumps it up.
It's a little bit.
Tier.
It's a little better.
The helmets are still, gosh, awful.
Okay, now we're gonna go to Hyperforce.
All right, we got 2 more. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I like the Hyperforce suits. Everyone was saying that they think that you would put this at S.
I can't go quite to S with it, I don't think, but I love. Here's the thing, it's a mashup of several things that I like.
Yeah.
But there's not really anything original about them, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's a mix of. Tell me if you agree with this.
Yeah.
It is mainly a mix of Mighty Morphin and SPD.
Yeah.
Because it does the one side is a different color thing.
Yeah.
That SPD has.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. See, my only problem with it is it looks like something that a fan would make in an afternoon.
In an afternoon? I don't agree with that.
But
I think they're pretty deliberately done.
It still looks pretty good.
But the idea that it's more... I don't agree with the afternoon thing, but the idea that maybe it looks a little bit too fan-made or something, I could see that criticism.
Yeah.
I don't share it. I think they're better than that.
I do think they're really good. They are a little too... See, there's a difference between being simplistic and being too simplistic.
You think they're too simplistic?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I like the diamonds in the knees. a lot. I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
really cool. I like that they all, again, look like they're of a piece, but there's enough variation in the helmets.
And they look like Power Rangers.
And they look like Power Rangers, yeah. Vesper has a really neat suit.
Yeah.
It's that thing again, right, where you had everybody have one different color on one side, so hers has to be a variant on that because her color is black.
Yeah.
So just having the big bright pink line down it, I think looks really cool.
What do you?
But Jack has the best costume.
Yeah. What do you think of the Green Ranger?
I haven't looked real close at that suit, to be honest with you. I'm just seeing drawings of it here, but the middle is kind of weird. Well, no, I mean, I know they're all drawings, but, like, this all looks like concept art, is what I'm saying. I don't know what it looks like in the comics or whatever. It's not great.
No.
The helmet is too busy. It's trying too hard.
Yeah.
But I think I would say A or B.
I
I would go all the way to A with
I
this
would
one.
go to B, but
Okay. I'm fine with that. Now, I am curious to see what you think about this next one. So now we're going to look at... Oh, man. He's conflicted. Listen to him. Now we're going to go to the Omega suits. And for those of you that don't know, these are the 3 of the original Rangers in the comics who, instead of just going off to a peace conference, they become morally ambiguous Power Rangers of a different type. And I think Jayson, they get away with being a little bit more out there for Ranger suits, just story-wise, like, because of what they are.
mm-hmm.
So, like, they look a little bit more radical. They look more, for lack of a better word, like, badass, because they're supposed to be more violent.
Yeah. Which I do like about it.
They don't keep Zordon's rules entirely and all of that, and I like that about them a lot. I would go to also A or B with these.
I feel like I would go B or C.
I like them a lot. What do you not like about them?
Too many stripes. Just, it's like...
By the way, they're hell to paint. I just did the Red Ranger over the last 2 days, and he was tough.
I don't know. There's just like there's too many stripes. Like it's like here, and it's here, and it's over here. I do like the diamond.
I love the diamond in the middle. I like how they're calling back enough to Mighty Morphin, but they're not at all Mighty Morphin. Yeah. And they get rid of the lips, so it's got kind of the space thing. The belts put it way over the top for me. Yeah. I love the belts. I think that's awesome. And I really like the morpher in the hand business.
Yeah.
Because I think that's supposed to be their morphers.
Okay.
But you don't like all the stripes in the helmet? Because I actually really like that.
I think can you go back to the other one that you were on? There was down there. The problem is from that shot, it looks, the Red Ranger specifically looks too much like the looks too much like one of the sixth Rangers from Ninja Storm, but
okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with that to have thought of that, but anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, I just think too much stripes.
It doesn't look like our chat has
yeah, I would say B.
One. Okay, that's fair. I was somewhere between A and B on it. And that's everything, because, like I said, there's a stray Wild Force here for some reason. Okay, is there anything last minute you want to move around before we finish up here?
Is there anything that you would move around? Like, would you put any of the D and F?
Beyond what I said earlier with just personal preference, I would still love to bump Zeo up one. But beyond that, and I know nobody's going to agree with me on that. But beyond that, like, there's a couple in D that I would think about throwing all the way to F. Like
Dino Charge.
Giant Dino Fury, really. But, yeah, maybe Dino Charge also. And, maybe not Lost Galaxy.
Probably not Lost Galaxy.
Yeah. And then is there any C's that you'd think about throwing into D's?
I don't think so, actually.
Okay. Well, this looks okay.
Yeah.
We've only got 3 in S, so we didn't go S crazy.
Which is good.
And it maybe makes sense that we've got so many middle-of-the-road ones.
Yeah. Because there are a lot of those.
Yeah. Well, we did it, Jayson. We got all the way through it. We talked about every single show and their costumes.
Yeah.
Plus a few others.
Mm-hmm.
Jayson, thanks for doing this with me, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. We are both fading fast here, so we got to get going. But
Yeah.
we're going to be back again on Friday to watch through Cosmic Fury. And we're going to have Freddy with us for at least part of that show because he really knows Dino Fury and we don't. So
and
we're
we
gonna,
do not.
We're going to come into that blind. I've tried watching an episode or 2 of that, and I just can't do it. But Cosmic Fury I'm going to watch through because Billy's in it. And the writing seems a little better after the first couple episodes we watched. What did you think of it?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I think it was on par with maybe like Beast Morphers season 2.
Okay. So not high praise, but at least watchable enough.
Yeah.
So like I said, we're going to blind watch the rest of it. We're not going to prepare for that show, so you can get our immediate reactions to what may be the last canonical season of Power Rangers before it's rebooted. We don't know for sure, though. We know that it's supposed to be the last thing that uses any Sentai footage. We're done with that formula entirely. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we can't continue on Prime continuity.
Yeah.
Outside of Sentai, we just don't know.
I wonder if we're gonna use any monsters from like other seasons.
I bet we don't.
Yeah.
But it would be cool if they did that. And we got
That's
a
what
Zed
Disney
that's
would
only
do.
sort of Zed, and
Yeah.
that's weird. But that's also part of the reason that I wanted to do it on the channel is because it's the last new Zed stuff that, well, I can't say that we'll ever have on film because he's the most popular villain, so they probably will bring him back on a rebooted thing.
Yeah.
And we're doing lots of stuff with him in the comics right now. So anyway, I want to talk more about that stuff at some point if we can get around to it. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We sure appreciate it. Professor Zoom says, "What's the best season of Power Rangers in terms of writing?" From what I've seen and really know, my favorite writing is in Dino Thunder,
SPD.
but it's probably SPD or RPM from what little I've seen of those. But I've not seen those whole shows, so RPM is so clever though.
It is. It's RPM does a really good job with lore.
Yeah. Alex says Lightspeed Rescue and Wolf Force should be higher.
Well,
It's
Wolf
not. It's not
Force.
called Wolf Force. He might mean he probably means Wild Force.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
And I don't agree with that because I like the Lightspeed Rescue suits, quite a bit, but they're not. They're kind of middle of the run.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We certainly did.
We did.
Did I miss a super chat somewhere?
Maybe you did.
Because it says that we had one. Oh, I'm sorry, pros and cons guy. At least it wasn't too long ago. The Green Ranger is the only Ranger to notice the skirt was pointless, even if she's a girl. SHR, rip it off right after she put the suit on. I don't know what any of that means, Jayson. Can you help me out here?
I don't know which one.
Yeah, what Green Ranger is he talking about? I'm sure he said that during a particular show that, and I didn't see the super chat, so I had the chat popped out, so I wasn't seeing which ones were super chat. Or sorry, I can't see super chats over here, but I didn't see it. So my apologies. Yeah, there it is.
I think it was in Dino Fury, but
Okay. Well, I'm sorry that we missed it. I don't really know what you mean by that.
not really sure.
So there's a female Green Ranger that goes, "This skirt's stupid, I'm not gonna wear it." Dino Fury Green takes her skirt off. Okay. I didn't know that.
That's
Is that too self-aware for you? Or we just...
it's because of that character. That character is not likable.
I see. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to get going. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We sure appreciate it. And we will see some of you guys hopefully on Friday. And I will be back with lots more content here in the next couple days on Geekvolution. I was Captain Logan.
I was Jayson.
And we'll see you later. Bye, everybody.